Alright, I'm here to give you my WWE TLC tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs review for 2014. Um, Before I really talk about it, I want to mention that if you want to see my other TLC reviews, they're in the playlist on this channel. You can see TLC 2009, TLC 2010, TLC 2012 predictions and reviews, TLC 2013 reviews on the other channel, and I think I did a video talking about other stuff about that pay-per-view. And you can watch, the TLC 2013 is on the CM Brothers channel. And you can also watch the TLC 2011 review I did on this channel, the TLC Home Run Derby, like the best moments of TLC I just did on this channel recently, and the predictions I did for this pay-per-view on this channel. But if you watch the predictions, you're pretty much going to be spoiled, so don't do it. And if you can't find this, then you pretty much suck, because it's really not that hard to find. It really isn't. You're just not trying to find it. But let's get to this pay-per-view. This was awesome. I thought this was a great pay-per-view to close out 2014. And I'm really happy I got to see this pay-per-view. I don't know if this video is going to be uploaded until Monday, just because I'm filming this at like 10:56, but it's a possibility that it could. Let's get to the video. So starting with the pre-show, we got the panel being Renee Young, Booker T, Paul Heyman, and Alex Riley. I will say that these guys and girl on the panel kick ass. I think they do an amazing job on the panel. I really get into them. But this time, I will say that they kind of botched this time. When they were talking about the build-up to the chairs match between Ryback and Kane, Alex Riley was talking about stairs, how he got hit with stairs instead of chairs, so it didn't really work out. But, it is what it is. But they were fine. On the pre-show, though, we find out that Brock Lesnar will defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against whoever it is. If it's, no matter who the number one contender is, will face Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And on commentary for the pre-show, we got JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler. And The Miz was backstage, and he was talking to Naomi, one of the Usos' girlfriends, Jake Uso, and Naomi was pretty much knows this is a trap, knows Miz is trapping her, but Miz is insisting that she goes for this thing, but Naomi goes for this ancient job, and Damien Mizdow is mimicking everything the Miz is saying. And Naomi says that, I just want to be Divas Champion, and you can't really help me get that, and how do I know you're going to put in a good word for me? And it's like, it all depends on my mood. If I'm in a good mood, and I'm still champion, so pretty much if they beat Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, tonight, they will put in a good word. So that's pretty much saying that they're rooting for, he wants Naomi to root for Miz and Mizdow to retain the tag team titles. And then Dolph Ziggler came into like the social media lounge to answer some Q&A questions. I wrote this down because I thought they would be good questions, but they really weren't. They asked, and I thought that he would answer my tweet. He only did 3 tweets, but I didn't get my tweet out in time. The tweet just got sent right when they started this, so it didn't work out. But the questions that were asked were, what do you think of Sting's debut? Does he ever plan on becoming WWE World Heavyweight Champion, which was a retarded question. And what is his strategy in his ladder match tonight against Luke Harper? So it's kind of stuff like that. And then we got Kofi Kingston and Big E with Xavier Woods, who are all a part of the New Day, versus Gold and Stardust. I didn't really like this match. It was boring. It actually, at the end, it really was weird. They pretty much, Gold and Stardust pretty much dominate Kofi Kingston throughout this entire match, and then Big E gets the hot tag, goes off on Gold and Stardust, and then Kofi tries to tag himself in, but it botched because he completely missed him. I mean, they still let him tag himself in, but he completely missed him when he tagged, and you could just hear the noise of when he tagged him in. And then Big E hit like the big end, and then Kofi Kingston dropped down, and then Big E thinking he's the legal man, went for the cover, but I guess he forgot he wasn't the legal man, so Kofi went for the count instead, and Kofi and Big E go over. But yeah, the match wasn't that good. I didn't care about it. On to the actual show, we get the same people on commentary, and we actually get the first match that I am actually glad kicked off the show. It was Luke Harper defending his Intercontinental Championship against Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match. And this was actually a solid ladder match. I actually enjoyed this match. In the beginning, Luke Harper and Dolph Ziggler just put in ladders in the match, and then eventually Luke Harper throws Ziggler into a ladder, and he pretty much just beats the crap out of Ziggler, throws him into the timekeeper's area, and he tries to climb the ladder, but Ziggler stops him, and Luke Harper just continues to destroy Dolph Ziggler. He destroyed him throughout the opening parts of the match. He powerbombed him onto a ladder. He big booted him, and he actually ended up wedging a ladder between the announce table and like the ring apron, which was awesome. What else? He also like gave him like the black hole slam on the floor. He slingshotted him while his face was in the ladder, which busted Ziggler open. And when he tried to go get the title, Ziggler, who was busted open, refused medical attention and attacked Luke Harper. Luke Harper did a suicide dive that injured himself, and Ziggler tried to take advantage of that and get the title. And then Ziggler started to make little bits of comebacks. He would throw the ladder in Luke Harper's face. When Ziggler was trying to get the title, Luke Harper tried to knock him off, but he ended up doing a DDT on the way down. He did the face. Luke Harper went for the powerbomb, and he did the face buster on the ladder. It was awesome. And then Luke Harper got hit with the ladder, and he got knocked right onto the ladder that was wedged in between the table and stuff. And then Ziggler tried to get the title, but Luke Harper beat him to the punch. And then Ziggler went off the turnbuckle and used the ladder to get on used the ladder to get onto the ladder. And Luke Harper set up that ladder and they were just falling. And then Ziggler hit the super kick and grabbed the title and became the new champion. I was actually not surprised because I thought since Luke Harper just got the belt, I didn't think they'd take him off him. But no, he did. And I think this is like his 6th in the Continental title run, I believe. I think he's getting up there to becoming the most Intercontinental Championship reigns. So I'm happy about this. I'm happy that Ziggler went over. I don't really know what they're going to do with him now, but I'm happy. I think maybe if he had lost here, then him being the sole survivor at Survivor Series last month would have made no sense. So I'm happy that Dolph Ziggler went over. So then we got The Miz and Damien Mizdow defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against the Usos. The match was fine. Damien Mizdow, like I said, has made this match a lot better than it is. What happened in this match was the Usos picked up Miz like they were going to give him a double suplex, and then Damien Mizdow did like a handstand when he was being suplexed and sold the move, because he mimics everything the Miz does. The Usos dived on Miz and Mizdow, and then Miz just started dominating Jake Uso, and he was going to tag in Mizdow, but Jake Uso rolled him up and he kicked out. And then Miz just pretty much dominated Jake Uso. And then either Jimmy or Jay Uso got tagged in the match, and he went off on Miz. And I think the stunt double, Damien Mizdow, got taken out by that clothesline. And actually another thing is they went into the spot where the Uso does like the splash in the corner while they're standing down. And Damien Mizdow was down there too, and they kept... he was pointing at both of them, wondering who he was going to hit with it. And since Miz was getting booed, he hit Miz with it, which was awesome. And they were in Miz's hometown, and Damien Mizdow got cheered more than the Miz did. And they were also in Dolph Ziggler's hometown because they were in Cleveland, Ohio. And then eventually, Jake Uso went to do a splash to the Miz, and Miz rolled out of the ring. They were both going to leave, and Jake Uso goes to dive on Miz, but Miz shoves Mizdow so he can be like a sacrifice, and then afterwards hits Jake Uso with the Slammy Award, which causes a DQ, but Miz and Mizdow retain. And then he hits either Jimmy or Jey Uso with the Slammy as well. So I thought this was pretty solid stuff. I guess I didn't really like the DQ. Because now the Usos are going to stay in the tag title hunt, and I think it's time for a little bit of a change up. So I think what should happen is they shouldn't get a tag team title shot. I think they should just do it on Raw, and then you find a new tag team to be in that spot. I understand the Usos are over, but they've had their shots, and they need to give someone else the tag team title match. And then Seth Rollins gets interviewed and pretty much says that he's going to put John Cena through a table and talks about how Triple H and Stephanie McMahon should be back in power and trashes Sting. And he's with J&J Security being Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury. And then the next match was Big Show versus Eric Rowan in the Steel Stairs match. And there was steel stairs all around the ring. How they found this many stairs, I don't know, but they did. And it was actually a fine match. Eric Rowan just kind of went off on Big Show when he did that big kick that he likes to do. And then Big Show body slammed Eric Rowan on the floor, threw him into the steel steps, and he was just going to pretty much beat the crap out of Eric Rowan. And then he was going to bring the steps into the ring, and Eric Rowan drop kicked the steps into Big Show and hit Big Show with the steps. And then he just stacked like a bunch of steps together on the stage, and this gets used later. And Big Show just kind of starts dominating Eric Rowan. He body slams him on the steel steps, and he pretty much beats the crap out of him for a while with steel steps. Throws him over the timekeeper's area, and he actually takes the bottom steps and he puts the steps on the announcer's table. And Michael Cole, Jerry the King Lawler, and JBL were all scared, and they wanted to get it off him. And Big Show's like, "Oh, you want this off?" They're like, "Yeah," and then they take him off. And Eric Rowan just kept trying to fight back, but it just wasn't working. Eric Rowan did end up hitting an awesome body slam to Big Show onto the steel steps, and then he tried to go off the top turnbuckle and jump on the steel steps while he was holding steel steps with Big Show on it, but Big Show moved out of the way, but he did catch his side, and then the steps came up and hit Eric Rowan in the face, and then Big Show speared Eric Rowan through those stacked up steel steps, which was awesome. And then Big Show went to hit Eric Rowan with the steps, but Eric Rowan big booted him. And then Big Show chokeslammed Rowan on the steps, and then he knocked him out, and then he pinned Eric Rowan. He put steel steps on Eric Rowan and pinned him so he couldn't kick out, so I thought that was awesome. And Big Show wins. I was kind of disappointed because I kind of wanted Eric Rowan to win this match and put him over, but I guess you don't always get what you want, I guess. I mean, I really wanted Eric Rowan to go over in this match. Because I hope that Eric Rowan doesn't go down to obscurity after this. I like to see him succeed. I'm actually enjoying Eric Rowan, so Eric Rowan, I hope succeeds, pretty much. And then I'm actually shocked. This match came up next. It was Seth Rollins with J&J Security versus John Cena in a tables match, and if John Cena loses, he is no longer the #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and Paul Heyman came out to watch the match, but I'm pretty shocked that this match was like this early on the card. Like it was like 9 o'clock when this match was going on, you know, so I'm pretty shocked. I thought it would at least be close to the main event. If it wasn't going to be in the main event, at least close to the main event. But no, this match went on pretty early, so I'm pretty shocked that this match was where it was on the card.
Right.
Good night.
No, you go to bed.
I just did. Alright, so then they're having the match. And John Cena keeps trying to bring the table in, and J&J Security take out the table and put it back under the ring. But when Seth Rollins would do it, it was all fine. And when John Cena would try to put Seth Rollins at the table, J&J Security would move the table. So then eventually Seth Rollins actually hit a pretty sick DDT on John Cena. But eventually, as John Cena's trying to put him to the table, that Seth Rollins had Reds in the corner. J&J Security and Cena just triple team. No, J&J Security and Rollins just triple team Cena, and they go to triple power bomb Cena through the wedge table, well, the lean table, but Cena fights out of it and just starts fighting with the security, and he fights with Jamie Noble, and he takes the like the guardrail, which was awesome, and he just hits everyone with it, and he suplexes Noble onto it. That takes him out, and then Mercury and Rollins are double teaming Cena, and they try to. Cena's like wedged up against the steel post, and they both try to use a table to hit Cena with it, but he moves and it hits the post and the table breaks. And then Cena AA's Mercury over the timekeeper's area. Like everyone went into the timekeeper's area, like everybody did pretty much. It was pretty sick. And then Seth Rollins threw Cena into the barricade, and he sets up two tables and tried to put Cena through him, but Cena tried to suplex Cena through him, but Cena suplexed him in the ring, so it didn't work. And then Cena did his 5 moves of doom. I think he did that before though. And then he's gonna put Seth Rollins to the table. He kind of had escaped it before, and then Seth Rollins just beats the shit out of Cena with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he's gonna curve stomp Cena right through the table, but he moves out of the way. Cena and Rollins are on the top turnbuckle, and Cena AA's Rollins through the to the table. And earlier Cena had tried to do this, and it knocked the referee down. So the referee had been knocked down, so the referee didn't see it. And then J&J Security attacks Cena, and they get rid of the evidence. I think what they probably should have done, which was put Cena on the debris. I don't know why they didn't just do that, but they didn't. And they try to help out. They try to triple powerbomb Cena through the table again, but Cena fights out of it again. And Cena AA's J&J Security through a table. They acted like this was like great strength, but pretty much them combined isn't even weighs probably like what Kane would weigh. So I don't really get why this was so impressive. So then Rollins and Cena just start fighting on the apron. And they're both trying to make sure they don't go through the tables, and then they both go through the tables. They both go through 2 tables, and the referee stops the match, and he doesn't know what to do. Since both of them went through, it's a draw, so they're trying to decide a winner. 2 referees come down and they declare both of them the winner. So the referee just decides to restart the match, which I predict would happen, which I knew was going to happen. And Rollins throws Cena out of the ring, and then he does like a senton dive onto Cena, which was awesome. And then Cena hits an AA on the announcer's table, which didn't break. I mean, this is the first time this has happened. I mean, usually it breaks if Cena AA's someone through the announcer's table, but this time it didn't, which I thought was pretty funny. And then John Cena sets up another table, and then the Big Show comes out, and he just kind of starts hammering away on Cena. He's going to choke slam him through the table. And who makes his return? None other than Roman Reigns. This was awesome. I marked out for this. I was just like, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns is like my second favorite wrestler right now. Like Roman Reigns, I'm happy to see him back. I think he's wearing new attire now. It's like the Shield attire, but it's more newer now. The Shield consisted of Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns, by the way. But it was awesome to see him. He gives Big Show the Superman punch, and he spears Big Show right through the table. And then he gives the Superman punch to Seth Rollins, and Cena AAs him through the table and wins the match. So at the Royal Rumble, we're now going to get Brock Lesnar defending the World Heavyweight Championship against John Cena. But this was awesome. I'm so happy to see Roman Reigns back, and because I think because he's like going to be the next star, the superstar of the year is back. I'm so happy. Like I've really grown a fan to Roman Reigns. I'm so happy he's back. Like he's like my he's like I said, he's my second favorite wrestler behind Brock Lesnar. So I can't wait to see Roman Reigns finally compete again, and can't wait to see the success he's going to have next year in 2015. And then Nikki Bella gets interviewed and says that she's sick and tired of talking about AJ Lee, and she said she's gonna take her down. And Brie Bella says that she hasn't finally embraced her sister because blood is blood, and they're sick and tired of seeing AJ Lee, so they just are back all fine now. Then we get Nikki Bella with Brie Bella defending the Divas Championship against not John Cena. It was against John Cena in a sex match, and we all won. Well, I won because I got to see Nikki Bella naked, and all the good ladies won because they got to see John Cena naked. But no, it wasn't against John Cena in a sex match. It was against AJ Lee. No, there was no lesbianism in the match, but I was hoping that we were going to get version 2 of a Brie Bella AJ Lee makeout session, but we didn't get that. I was pretty disappointed about that. To be honest with you, I was just so happy after Roman Reigns' return. I just kind of didn't give a shit about this match. I guess because I was just psyched. The match was fine though. I kind of forget about the match because I just wasn't paying much attention because of the Roman Reigns. I was just stoked. I mean, the only word I could really say was Roman Reigns. I just kept saying that over and over and over again. So pretty happy. But Nikki Bella retains because she sprayed something in AJ Lee's eyes due to distraction from Brie Bella and it hit the torture rack backbreaker for the win. And I don't really know what's gonna happen now because I could see maybe Nikki Bella defending the title against someone like a Naomi or like to see a Nikki Bella Page match, but they're both heels, so it wouldn't work. But we'll find out what happens. And then Roman Reigns gets interviewed, and he said he's back, and he's gonna enter the Royal Rumble match and win the Royal Rumble match. And yes, you will, buddy, because you are such a boss. You're gonna beat Brock, win the Royal Rumble match. You're gonna beat Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And if Seth Rollins tries to cash in that Money in the Bank contract on you, you're gonna beat him too because you're such a boss. Just stoked. Such in a good mood. Nothing could ruin this mood. Except the match I'm about to talk about, I guess. It was Kane versus Ryback in a chairs match. I didn't want to see this match. Luckily, my network wasn't working. And my Wi-Fi, I don't have very good Wi-Fi in here. So my Netflix, my Netflix does it too, but my network wasn't working. So I missed most of the match. I was so happy. I didn't want to see this match. And Ryback beat him with shell shock though, but I probably would have had the same reaction even if I saw the match. So I was like, what's the point of even going back to see the match? Thank God though. I mean, let's hope they can at least put Kane back to the Demon because the Authority storyline's over. You don't need to have Kane in this role anymore. So let's hope that he goes back to that. And then we got Rusev with Lana defending the United States Championship against Jack Swagger. This match should have been a chairs match, actually. I was just thinking that, like, it had the story to be a chairs match, but it wasn't a chairs match. So, I don't know why it wasn't, but it wasn't. So, this is the match that should have been the chairs match. What was I going to say, though? The match was very quick, which I was kind of disappointed about, but I mean, I guess I don't know. I think the match could have been longer. Lana tried to cut a promo about Russia, but Jack Swagger came out because he's so angry about what happened to his manager, Zeb Coulter, which makes total sense. And then he just kind of beats the shit out of Rusev and works on the ankle, and then Rusev tries to kick him, and then Jack Swagger tries to put him in the ankle lock. Rusev tries to put him in the accolade, and he actually gets him in the accolade, and I thought the match was it right there. But Jack Swagger fights out of it, which was a nice moment. And then Jack Swagger puts Rusev in the ankle lock, and he fights out of it, and then Rusev kicks Jack Swagger outside the ring, and he almost didn't make the 10 count to get back in, but he did, and then he kicked Swagger again, and then got him in the accolade. Swagger passed out, Rusev retains. Like I said, nothing special there, but I actually did get into the match because I did think that Jack Swagger was going to break the streak just before the fact that him fighting out of the accolade. So at least they added that touch in there. And the match was fine, I just wish I had more time. And then we had Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. That was in the TLC match. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Awesome match. Great way to main event. I'm happy this main event. This deserved to main event. And it was great stuff. Bray Wyatt comes out, and this time, since he doesn't have his rocket chair, he just stands now and puts out his lantern. And Dean Ambrose just threw a ladder at him and just started brawling with Bray Wyatt, and they just brawled. They brawled everywhere. They went into the timekeeper's area. They brawled in the crowd. They even went all the way to the pre-show panel where you would see Alex Riley just creeping around back there. It was kind of random. And Dean Ambrose ran off the panel table and right on Bray Wyatt. And then he hits Bray Wyatt with a chair. He grabs 2 kendo sticks and just hits Bray Wyatt with them. He had set up a table, and when he tried to go off the top rope to it, and actually too, I should mention that he also grinded Bray Wyatt's teeth with them. And then when he tried to go off the top turnbuckle when Bray Wyatt was sitting down in the chair, Bray Wyatt hit a big right hand, and Dean Ambrose went through the table, and Bray Wyatt just kind of dominated Dean Ambrose. He hit a senton while Ambrose was on a ladder. He set up the kendo stick like in the turnbuckle, and Ambrose went into it, which must have killed, because I just think like that must have killed his eye or something. He must have, obviously, hopefully he closed his eye before he went into it. Oh man, it was just sick. Bray Wyatt even like tried to like put the kendo stick and made Bray Wyatt like bite it, which probably killed. Like it was just sick stuff. And then they both went in for each other's finishers and they both counted them. Dean Ambrose, I know that I'm getting ahead of myself, but Dean Ambrose, there was like tables set up and stuff on the outside, and Dean Ambrose jumped on, did off 2 ladders, like he did one then the other, and did an elbow to Bray Wyatt through the table, and he did that twice. And then Dean Ambrose jumped off the ladder and right onto Bray Wyatt, like he did like an axe handle in the ring. He did the drop kick, and then he did the leg drop on the chair, like off the turnbuckle, or off the middle rope. And then they continued brawling. They just continued. Bray Wyatt hit Sister Abigail. Dean Ambrose kicked out. Dean Ambrose hit Dirty Deeds. Bray Wyatt kicked out. And then he grabs out like a monitor and sees like a big, huge ladder that he's gonna go get. And he goes to get this ladder. And then Bray Wyatt just hammers him with the chairs. And then he's gonna put his throat against the chair again and go off the steps. But Dean Ambrose blocked it, and Bray Wyatt did it instead. And Dean Ambrose did it instead by like payback, and then he went off the ladder and did an elbow to Bray Wyatt through the Spanish announce table. Awesome stuff. And then he gets Bray Wyatt in the ring, and he kisses him goodbye, and he's gonna hit him off the head with the monitor, but the monitor like explodes, it like short circuits, and it gets into Ambrose's eyes, and he gets blinding and he can't see. And then Bray Wyatt capitalizes, hits Sister Abigail, gets the win, and that was it. That was the pay-per-view. I thought it was a great paper. I'm actually losing my voice because of this. It was actually a great pay-per-view. I was milking out, so I'm losing my voice. As you can see, like I can't even talk right now. It was sick. I mean, I liked the opener, the IC title ladder match. I liked the match between. I liked the tag team title. The only match I didn't like were the Divas, just because of the Roman Reigns return, which was awesome too. And then the chairs match. And there was no filler matches on the show. They didn't announce any matches on the show. Every match went as planned. And I didn't like the pre-show match either, by the way. Every match was like pretty much how it was planned out. There was no filler matches, nothing. So I'm happy about that. Every match was pretty good. The Cena Rollins match was a good match. It was awesome to see Roman Reigns return. It was unexpected. I'm happy about that. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's my TLC 2014 review. Leave your thoughts on the show in the comments. Thanks for watching. I just totally quoted Suicide Dive Wrestling. I totally didn't mean to do that. I'm not gonna, I was just kind of thinking about on the limb. But anyhow, I would like you to subscribe to Jemiah Pin WWE, just because we're not like best friends or anything, but we've been talking a lot the past couple of days about wrestling. We watched NXT TakeOver Our Evolution together, which I would say this pay-per-view wasn't better than that, but it was pretty close. I didn't think it was going to be much better, but it was pretty close. We did a Google Hangout together. We might do one next Sunday, a week from today, and review a pay-per-view. But we'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it, guys. Subscribe to my channel too. I'm gonna post Jemiah's stuff like her Facebook and Twitter in the description box so you can see it. And my sister's accounts too. Follow those because she really wanted to. She hasn't made a video in a while because I think she forgot she even has an account, and uses my laptop to make it. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back tomorrow because this is going to be a big WWE week. I have Raw Monday, SmackDown Tuesday, Tribute to the Troops Wednesday, and on the Owen the Talkinator channel, when they show the Stone Cold Steve Austin and Rock movies, I'm going to go review those. And I'm going to review other stuff on this channel. I have TNA to review. I think I can finally come back and review TNA. I'm also going to review another Wrestling Throwback Friday review. I have NXT to review. Like, this is going to be a big week for my channel, so stay tuned for Owen the Talkinator and this channel. So that's and CM Brothers you can subscribe to too. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.